In this video, I am going to make a podcast out of audio files. Here you can see this is the American Rhetoric web page, which contains Obama speeches. There are almost 500 speeches are there. So you can see here is a MP3 link. At the bottom of the screen, you can see this pointing to MP3 URL. So there are 500 is there, so I want to make a podcast out of this one. So the problem with this page is that if I want to listen, I need to click this one.
I don't oppose war.
So here you can see that one. It's a very minimal audio player they are providing, and there is no way to listen offline. So you need to be online and go to this website and listen. That's one problem, no offline listening. Second is that one resuming. If you listen 5 or 10 minutes, then you want to pause and listen later. There is no way to resuming it. You need to start again every time, or you need to remember where you stopped. That's the reason I want to convert these audios into a podcast format. So here you can see this is a UI for the Google Podcast. This is my favorite podcast app. So here you can see that they are providing offline listening by downloading. You can download each episode and you can listen later. So it supports offline listening. Second is that one you can pause audio and come back later and resume it. That's a second thing. Supporting the resuming the audio. Apart from that one, they support a timer. You can set a timer 10 minutes or 20 minutes like that you can set. It is useful. Once the timer is over, it will automatically stop the audio. So it will useful if you want to go to sleep, go to bed and listen. So you can set 5-10 minutes timer, then you can go and sleep. It will automatically stop. I hope you are convinced why I want to convert this this audios into a podcast format for offline listening and resuming the audio. So before converting to the podcast, we need to understand what is actually a podcast. So here you can go to RSS feed guidelines for Google Podcast. Basically, a podcast is an XML file. So here you can see that one. That's an XML file which contains first title of the podcast and author of the podcast and description of the podcast. Basically, the details about the podcast. One. Second is that one episode. Each episode they will mark as an item. It will that item will contain a title of the episode. Basically, item is an episode title and a description of the episode and publishing date of that episode and URL for that episode. So each episode will contain a title, a publishing date and URL. So here you can say the first episode, second episode. This is actually a podcast. A podcast XML will contain these things, details of the podcast and one or more episodes. Each episode will contain title, publishing date and MP3 URL or audio, any audio URL. Now let us go and look a sample podcast XML. Here is Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, a podcast. So here you can see that one they given the RSS symbol here, icon they have given. So you can click this one. Now you can see here channel is there under given the title of the podcast, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Description is there, image is there. So you can see they given a lot of details. most of them is optional, not required. So if you go in the bottom, here you can see the item. This is the first episode here, and the episode title is David Byron, and description is there, publishing date is there, here audio URL is there. So basically we need to understand that we need to specify details of the podcast and one or more episodes. Each episode should contain title, publishing date, and audio URL. That's all. Now we understood what is a podcast XML. So we need one or more episode to prepare that podcast XML. So here you can see that each rows is an episode. A publishing date is here, and episode title is there, and audio URL is here. So basically what we need to do is that we need to go through each. Basically it's a table. If you go to inspect element, and if you're checking, you can see that each episode is a TR. Each TR contain episode. You can see one by one, you can look at that one. So here first TD contains publishing date, second TD contains the title of the episode, third TD contains the audio URL. So what we need to do is that we need to go to each TR. Each TR should be considered as a episode. Inside that one you need to get the TD. Each TD contains the episode details like publishing date, title, and audio URL. So you need to get that one, and you need to convert it into item tag, XML tag, the one we saw in the RSS feed here. We need to convert to item tag like this. Item, title, publishing date, and enclosure, like that. So how can we do that one? So for that purpose, what I will do is that I will use the Selenium Java. Using that one, I will open the this web page, and programmatically I will go through each TR, and will extract each TD, and will prepare the each episode. Like that I will get all the data, a list of episodes. I will prepare a list of episodes. Once I got that list of episodes, I will prepare the XML. Let's go and look at. I have already written that code. So this is actually a Java project, and here you can see that when I added Selenium HQ, Selenium Java, and Selenium Chrome driver. These two dependencies I added, and I added all the library, Selenium library. I added into external libraries. I added that one. So now let us look into the code. So here you can see that one main is there, and a print RSS feed is there, and episode is there. Episode is basically a record which contains three fields: title, audio URL, and publishing date. These three things. Now let us look at what is a print RSS feed. Basically what this function is accepting a list of episodes and preparing the XML and printing that XML. Let us look into details. So here you can see that one XML starting is the XML tag, then it's a RSS feed, RSS tag is given. Now channel is started. To this detail, if you want to know the details of each tags, you can look into this RSS feed guidelines for Google Podcast. Contains all the details. So here first you need to specify the channel. Channel is the topmost tag after RSS. So first you need to specify the title of the podcast. I given Obama speeches, and author is Obama, and image I have given a Obama's image here. So that's the podcast details. Then next what I have done is here, basically we are getting a list of episode here. How we got that list of episode we will look later. That Selenium driver, everything is involved. Now assume that when we got that list of episodes. So here you can see that on looping, iterating each episodes one by one, and each episode we need to create the item tag. Inside that we need to give a title, publishing date, and audio URL. This is the title given here, and publishing date given here. Actually, in the publishing date we saw that here the only date is there, not a time. So I randomly given some time, 12 hours, 11 minutes and 10 seconds, given some format. This is actually RFC 822 date format they used. That's I given here. So yeah, then here given audio URL. So basically I am using the string format, and I am passing here title and date. I am doing some format here. You can see here I used some pattern. This is a day name, date, month and year. Basically this and this part, entire part is the RFC 822 format. Basically we are converting each episode into item tag. That's what happening here. Then closing the XML tag and RSS tag, channel tag and RSS tag. So this code will print entire podcast XML. I hope you understood this code. Now we need to know that how we are creating the episodes. That is written here in the main. First what we need to do is that we need to create the Chrome driver. First this line, create the Chrome driver. Then we are opening the that web page, American Rhetoric, Barack Obama speeches, opening that one and waiting for half second. Then what we are doing is that one, we need to get all the TRs. So here I getting all the TRs. Here you can see that this is a first TR, this is a second TR, this is a third TR, like that. So how we can get that these TR? So what you can do is that one, inspect element, this is that TR. Click, right click, here copy. You can go to X path. Okay. If you copied pasting here, you can see that one. This is the XPath expression. Unique element is the auto number 1. It's a table ID, and inside the T-board is there and the TR. This is the XPath for each TR. So that we given here, table ID, T-body and TR. So it will give all the TR under that table. So basically we will get all the episode TRs. So we got all the TRs. Now what we need to do is that one, we need to go through each TR one by one, and yeah, we got in this point we got the first TR, and now we are we want to get each TD. We know that first TD contains the publishing date, second TD contains the podcast title, and third TD contains the audio URL. So we need to get all the TD. So here we will get all the TDs. Now here what we are doing is that first TD contains first TD contains the publishing date. That is not a standard format they are given. This is not a standard format. So I am using the date time format here, and specifying what is the format they are given here. This is a format they have given there, and it will convert to local date. Now we got the publishing date here, and the second is the title. Title is in the second TD, so we given the index 1. Third is the audio URL. Audio URL, what we are doing is this is actually second TD. Inside we are finding anchor tag using the XPath expression. We will get the link URL or anchor your link tag or anchor tag. From there we will get the attribute. URL will be in the href. So basically we will get the audio URL. Now we got the publishing date, title, audio URL. Now we will add that to episodes. Episode, title, audio URL, and date. So basically when it will go through each TR and we will get the all the TD under that TR, then we'll convert into episode form, episode record. So after this iteration we will get all the episodes. This list of episodes we will get here. Now once you got that list of episodes, what you will do is that I will print the RSS feed by sending that episodes to print as feed. We already checked that one. Now let us run this code. Yeah, this opened the you can see Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. Selenium is opened this browser, and they are processing. They are going to each TR and getting each TD and converting to episodes. Now you can see that one done. They have done their work and printed the RSS feed XML. I will copy this one. Actually some extra data is there here. XML is starting. I will delete the rest of the thing, and at the end also some data will be there. I will cleaning up all the unnecessary stuff. Okay, now podcast XML is ready. So here you can see that on XML, RSS feed and channel. Title is Obama speeches and author is Obama, and given an image. Now item starts. This is episode. First episode title here: Federal Plaza address opposing the war in Iraq. Publishing date came, and audio URL is here. This is a first episode. This is the second episode. All the episode is there. Okay, we prepared the podcast XML. Now what we need is that we need to host this XML file in internet. So what I will do is that one, I will copy this one. I have on GitHub page. It's a in the settings you can see here pages. You can make it as a GitHub pages. So this is the URL for my page. So using this one I can access all the files in this repository. So let me go to that repository. Currently only readme file is there. I will add a new file, create new file, obama.xml. So I will copy that podcast XML RSS feed here. So it will contain all the information. XML RSS channel and each episode. Okay, I will save this one. Yeah, the file has been created. You can go to obama.xml. Okay, so here you can Obama Oyster Hub github.io, like this one. Copy this one. Here domain name is oysterhub.github. And remove this blob to master. That's this obama.xml is directly under that website. Enter this one. Now you got this podcast XML feed. Title is here, author is here, and each episode, first episode, second episode, third episode. Each episode contains the title, publishing date, and audio URL. Now we prepare the podcast XML, and it is hosted in a external. We hosted somewhere in internet. So copy this one, this XML. Now go to Google Podcast. In the Google Podcast, they supports ad by RSS feed. Click that one. Now you can give that XML here and click subscribe. Yeah, we successfully created a podcast from the online audios. You can see all the episodes. Let me play one.
I don't oppose war in all circumstances. And when I look out over this crowd today, I know there is no shortage of patriots or patriotism. What I do oppose is a dumb war.
Thanks for watching.